Hello and welcome back to this edition of Value Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside. Thanks so much for joining us. Very glad to have with us Jason Bergeron, the chair for this year's Relay for Life here in Terrebonne Parish. And, you know, Jason, it takes partnering with people to get things done, right?
Yes, it does. And we got a lot of great partners. We got a lot of great volunteers. The ELT team has been amazing, stepping up and running the different committees. And of course, we could not do it. This all begins with our staff partner, Miss Ann Bates. And so she just kept me in line, kept me organized, kept me on task.
Well, listen, we know that that's a job all by itself. So, Ann, God bless you for doing anything else other than keeping Jason on track and in line. But, Ann, welcome to the show, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having me. We were very excited that Jason joined our group. You know, there's over 20 very hardworking volunteers that run that ELT year round. And so, someone had mentioned that he might be interested in helping. So I approached him and he said, absolutely, immediately. He told me he wanted to become involved. I know he has a personal reason for doing that, and we really appreciate all he's doing.
Yeah. And speaking of, there's a lot of reasons why all of us should be doing it. Let's go through some of the statistics, and it's just hard to deny. So, Jason, pull that up if you don't mind, the statistics. And so, Jay, I'll let you talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, you took two big numbers right there. 31% drop in cancer death rates since 1991, 3.2 million lives saved. And when you look at, as this was dated for 2021 for the Louisiana stat, is that almost 28,000 new cancer cases in the state of Louisiana. I mean, just, we're all impacted by it every day, it seems like, and it seems like people are getting younger and younger. And so it's something that, as you see in the next few slides, that it's going to, the money comes back to Louisiana. When you wonder, American Cancer Society is a national event, Relay for Life, what does that mean for Louisiana? And you can see that the funds come back to us.
Yeah, and speaking of, so there's a little look at what happens and how people get helped.
Yeah, so you're looking at 150,000 in lodging grants, 571,000 transportation grants, 811,000 invested in research alone in 2021. And then the big number, since 1946, over $20 million has been dedicated to cancer research in Louisiana. So the funds we raise here come back here.
Right. And there's a lot of those go to the institutions that are doing those studies, $20 million over those years. But that's a lot of money to figure out how to decrease those death rates. And we've done that.
Yes, we have.
We're letting people live, like we talked about earlier with Christy and Deshawn, about people living longer with an early diagnosis. And that's a lot of what's being done.
Absolutely. And we're excited to have the in-person event again because it helps us to raise awareness of our programs and services and to make sure that people know about it. We have partners within all the hospital systems in our area, but we're really excited to get the word out through the local community as well, and to celebrate survivors there, invite the survivors and their caregivers to enjoy themselves as well. Walk the lap, enjoy the food. Terrebonne General Health System and Mary Bird Perkins and Homa, they'll be there in that tent, with free food for all of them and, some gifts and some registration opportunities. So please, we invite them to come out and join us.
Yeah, and celebrate that. And so let's continue with that slideshow. Again, the theme here, Jason?
Yeah, so one thing I love is we have a theme and it's like, what do we do? This all, came together right after Ida. So we're like, okay, we're fighting Ida, we're fighting cancer. So we came up with Bayou Survivor Strong. Our hashtag when we do anything on social media is Relay Bayou Strong. And then we're actually naming one of our streets Bayou Strong Boulevard, as I understand it. So,
oh, wow.
It's just that we fight. We fight whatever it is that comes in our area, no matter what it is. We're a very resilient community. And cancer is just one more thing that we have a good time fighting.
I know that's right. Let's follow through with that, Jason, if you don't mind. A whole lot more to share with you. That, again, if people want to sign up, registration is open and online. relayforlife.org/TerrebonneLA, but also the 1-800 number that's awfully important.
Yeah, 1-800-227-2345. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for anything that you would need. Cancer information about our Relay for Life events. So yes, absolutely. Please call it if you have any needs, and then they can help to guide you to figure out, what we have available here locally, and there's also cancer.org.
Right, cancer.org as well. A little bit more about the Relay for Life that's coming up. Jason, share that next slide if you don't mind. Again, we invite people to come out. April 23rd, Relay for Life. We just talked about the 2 ways Ann shared. You can call or you can go online and register. Show the map that we have, Jason, if you don't mind. This is pretty interesting. Look how full everything is with those teams.
Yeah, that's a previous
exciting.
map,
That
but
is.
we want to give people an idea. I mean, there's a stage set up. This is on the side of the Civic Center. You can see the entrances around where the offices are, but there are going to be teams spread throughout, bounce houses, a train, Dunkin' booth. I mean, the pie toss, food, raffles. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. We got the 3 bands, Yum Yum Band, Variety Pack, and No Posers performing. It's going to be a fun-filled day and night event. And fireworks. We got fireworks. We got a big screen.
Always takes place fireworks the end of the night, which is always so very special after we come together with some moving and very emotional and powerful events that we talk about and the impact on people's lives. Let's show that last flyer, Jason, if you don't mind. Again, Relay for Life. To date, there are 52 teams, almost 400 participants already signed up, and have already raised $130,000. And so we appreciate that. And that last slide really is talking about the importance of the free festival. It's a festival-style event. It's going to take place on April 23rd, Relay for Life, over at the Home of Terrebonne Civic Center. Really excited about it. And just some final thoughts in this last few seconds.
It's just amazing how our community has come together. Like he was saying, you know, with all that we've been through this year, you know, we raised $76,000 of those dollars through sponsorships, which is absolutely amazing and more than we've seen, you know, in many years. And, you know, we have 54 teams. I just checked the stats earlier. We already have 2 more teams that have signed up. It is not
That's
too
awesome.
late. If
People
you have
can
not
still sign
signed up, please join us.
And again, Jason, we thank you for everything you're doing. We know people are going to come out and see you. April
Guaranteed
23rd.
a great time.
Guaranteed a great
Guaranteed.
time. All right, that will do it for this particular edition of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more local programming here on HTV.